Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. Happy Mother's Day here in the States. It's kind of late. Currently I am in Liberal, Kansas. I was in the car today for 12 hours plus. I left this morning at like 6:15 or so and ended here tonight. Tucson time would have been, 6:45. So really long day of driving, but I wanted to do a quick video on the Volt and how well it did, how well it travels when it was fresh in my mind. Like I said, 12 hours of driving. I was on the road probably around 13 hours with just the few stops that I did. It was approximately 790 miles, a little bit over that, and I used about 18.8 gallons of gas. And I did drive in hold mode, which we've talked a little bit about. And hold mode is when you just use the gas motor to run the electric motors of the car, and you save the electric battery for later on. I did drive across Tucson in the normal mode, which using the in electric mode basically, and the rest of the mileage, 790 plus miles, was all gas, and I averaged over 42 miles per gallon. And that was, I don't know what the average speed was, but there was a mix of 75 to 80 on the freeway, 65 to 70. There was one stent in there for about 350 plus miles that I was keeping track, and I averaged almost 45 miles per gallon, so that was pretty awesome as well. Also, it was extremely windy today, and the Volt was solid. I mean, you couldn't hear the wind in there, you couldn't really feel it. The car wasn't getting moved around. And just the road noise, all that stuff, it's just a really nice place to be. Plenty of hip room, plenty of leg room, headroom, etc. And we did talk a little bit about in the past a few times in the videos that the A-pillars are kind of big, but I'm used to them now, so it doesn't really bother me. But that is, you know, the view out of the car is not quite as good as you would get like in the Jeep or the Crosstrek, but otherwise, just a phenomenal vehicle. I mean, the more I drive the car, the more time I spend with it, the more I absolutely enjoy owning it and love it, and I'm very, very happy with the purchase. I think it's very underrated. You know, it was a vehicle when it first came out that I liked the concept of, but I think because that, you know, the cost was what, 38 to 40,000, probably a little bit more than that back in the day. For the Premier, it was a little bit much, considering, you know, back in the day I was like, oh, 53 miles of range, big deal. Now it totally makes sense to me with commuting and all that other stuff, but having that gas motor to give you that range extension, and the fact that the gas motor gets such good MPG, just makes it a great car. When I got done today, my back wasn't sore, my legs weren't sore, you know, my butt wasn't numb, none of the kind of stuff you can get in other vehicles. So very comfortable cabin. The navigation through Apple CarPlay worked great. Like I mentioned before, the screen is awesome, the stereo is great. I just listened to podcasts pretty much the whole way. And if you guys are looking for a good podcast, Dr. Peter Attia, phenomenal. Listened to a podcast on the eye today, which who knew it could be so interesting. It's like 2.5 hours. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I just want to give a quick shout out to the Volt and how great it did. 12 hours of traveling, almost 800 miles. And anyway, here in the States, happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hope you guys had a great day with your family. And thank you so much for watching, and look for some more content soon. Thanks, guys.